He's got one out right now down here towards this B site. Oh, yeah, he's walking away. Yeah, just lobs that smoke in, lobs it up and over. And then once again, they kind of hedge their bets up towards this A side of the map, leaving B in the hands of just one man. They've said, Turtle, live up to your name, bud. Put that big shell on, that big blue shell, and turn this one around for us.
The monster tunnel getting crept upon right now. Is it a blue or is it a green turtle?
Gente, un poquito tarde, pero
Will
estamos.
it be useful? Will it be accurate, or will it just be a flash in the pan? So Turtle goes over. They know he's here. Nade's gonna connect as well. That hit him. That just screams his position to 90, and then they hunt him down. Bomb plant, a bit labored, but it's coming in, and yeah, MIBR gonna save. Best call here, really. No pit, no hope of getting back into that round with so much space conceded, and that's part of the gamble, part of the game. Giving up that B-bomb site. At least gives
Buenas,
us,
Juanpi.
this, force
¿Cómo va?
in back-to-back rounds.
A ver, voy a cambiar un poco la cámara porque ya sé lo que me decían hoy. De que estaba tapado las frags. Un poquito. ¿Qué va?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like reminiscent of something we used to give someone like Blake Neff a lot of credit for back when he was in Cole. You know, like these kind of heavy leans in these force buy rounds, and playing the gamble. If it doesn't pan out, then you've still got.
Oh, 2-0, gente, 2-0, tranqui.
Only guy who's going to be lacking is Turtle 9Z, and with their second round, little bit of stoppage here, but that's all.
Bánquenme que voy a buscar el agua para el mate. Ya vengo. Ya vengo, no se vayan. MIBR, win or lose.
But it's a nice start at 9.
I hope 9.
The pistol turnaround was good. The fact
win.
that they kind of, you know, they don't outbrain themselves with the whole stack up on A, even though they were set towards the A site early, just having that restraint to go back and lean late into a B play. Also, I've only seen, you know, he's only got 2 kills right now because we're only 2 rounds in, but the EGT, the ones that he has got has been lovely. So, you know, carried a lot of impact as well. It was him who flushed out Turtle as the lone B site defender. Definitely would say to keep your eye on that guy. Do not sleep on him. He is one hell of a gamer.
Yeah, and we love a gamer here at the Major. Lucan, also one. AWP, you know, is going to be paramount on a map like Overpass, so we'll have to wait and see, especially on that CT side, what he can get up to. But for MIBR, they can take this as a sigh of relief, a moment of poise in the pause. Before they get back into what is, you know, a game that they're favored in, but is certainly no, you know, I wouldn't look at this as a very one-sided matchup. History has been competitive, yet more often than not, MIBR coming out of on top in those head-to-heads, but even so, we know we've already set up what this means to 90, you know, how they've already come further than any expectation, and that's only going to want you to keep that up and overperform. Nice start, but we're back in. MIBR can again afford to make a gamble around like this. It's 4 on A to begin. They do it twice.
Vamos, gente. Ya estamos, ya estamos. Boludo, arrancó antes. Decía 4:15. Ay, ay, ay. Ya estoy. Decí que pidieron pausa táctica, algo así. Salieron esos materiales y mirá, acá estamos. Mostrar el táctico. Y se me pifió la cámara.
Oh no, well that was like the one low investment.
Bien, che, bien. Uy, una corrida para llegar rápido.
Just Turtle alone at the B site, hope he can find something here. Just get the info ahead of time, and then buy time for the rotations.
Estamos viendo en Twitch.
It means that this quad A lean is just going to be bypassed again by MIBR. This round should be pretty safe now. And he could, you know, doubt themselves. What are the odds that MIBR have done it again? That's what they're telling themselves, but they will still give it a look in and uncover that this B site is clear. So they're going to move in, get that bomb down, solidify the 3-0, get the pistol, get the conversions,
Vamos, vamos. Debería ser ronda free. Sí, van a guardar. Van a guardar.
Yeah, those are rough for MIBR. There's nothing worse than making
A ver, van a guardar CZ, chaleco, deal. Van a tratar de descontar, supongo. Bueno, qué sé yo. ¿Quién soy yo para juzgar, no? ¿Puede que le sale bien? Dale, Max. A la izquierda, a la izquierda. Ay. Wow, pero... Bueno, perdimos una Mac 10. Dale, no pasa nada. Boa. Está bien, está bien, está bien, está bien. No hay necesidad de arriesgar armas. No hay necesidad, che. Bien, 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 bien. Vamos, estamos. Vamos bien. Vamos a empezar esto. Gente, me pegó una siestita después del stream de hoy a la mañana. Estoy fresco. Metí ahí media horita de siesta y... Vamos bien. 3-0, ronda importante. Ronda muy importante.
So yeah, definitely more pressure on MIBR, who did make that clean run through the RMR, who we kind of
Así que vamos, vamos.
expect to see in that next stage, going 0-2.
No me gusta que tengamos una Mac 10, pero bueno, porque ellos tienen todos M4, no hay AP. No hay AP. Ay. Ay, nos recabió. Mató dos. Yo estaba leyendo el chat, estaba re distraído. Bien, bien. Boa Rox. Bueno, 3 contra 3 es ganable, es ganable. Gracias, Romy, te quiero. Yo también te amo, Ulises. Lo que jugó, te hizo 2 bajas. Ahí. Que dan chance de ganar. Por lo menos descuentan build. Porque si vos no podés ganar la ronda, de última le descontás los CT y la economía CT es mala, así que...
Looks, but DGT is now holding T-spawn. So they go back up connector. No, yeah, it is that little play. Woody's here though, tucked in, exit steps, and Woody lines up too.
No lo puedo tradear, no lo puedo tradear.
DGT wasn't really poised to help him out there. He wasn't
no pasa nada, gente, no pasa nada.
Assist in any way. And so likely going to be left.
Bueno, se arrancan los dos Mattioli. A ver si arrancamos. Me despierto un poco también.
So far that he won't even attempt to get anything back in
this match.
MIBR on the board. Nice double up for Woody. And yeah, it should have been a clean one after these 2 kills.
Y mira, si guarda DGT, le da a Max, que no tiene plata, se la dropea y podemos sacar todos builds, más o menos. No estaría mal. Partido, gente, partido importantísimo. Ganar. Nos pondríamos 1-1. Y bueno, ¿quién te dice? Soñar por 9Z.
Sprinting into the Lions den, looking them dead in the face and still getting those trades on the guys who thought they'd embarrass 9Z on that little monster play.
¿Qué onda, Mr. Potato? ¿Cómo va? Qué verga esa post, boludo.
Max tried to go and take that. He's cut down from the sidelines. Jota pushes the short side. DGT as he attempts to scramble.
Baja ya quedar 3v5, queda 1 minuto y medio.
Also meets his maker. It hasn't left
¿Dónde
9Z
está?
with a hell of a lot, right? They've got this double hold over in middle, a con man in Lucan as well.
Dale, viejo, dale, hay que hacerle la aguanta a 9Z.
But it's going to need to be
3-1, mapa CT, chill, no pasa nada. Ahora vamos a tratar, capaz que si no se puede ganar la ronda, descontarles algunas armas, aunque sea. Y a poquito, paso a paso.
David side by side, Lucan, a little bit delayed, right? He's going all the way back for the T-spawn rotation. It's safer.
¿Qué post? Es que esta post te recaga. No. ¿Quién limpia ahí? A ver, siendo pro player, lo puede... Bueno. Hijos de puta. Me hicieron bien. 15 de vida quedó exit.
They had the info that there was no one else out on the short
Vamos,
side.
Lucan.
It comes from the boost,
Ganala.
the aggression,
¿Qué quería, viste?
and it's left 9.
No tenía C4 y estaba contra 5, faltaban 25 segundos. Ganaba. El clutch del año iba a ser.
It helps if the entries come through on A, suddenly Lucan can kill rotates, but otherwise, look at how awkward this is. It's just a save with 2.5. Not even enough to drop over another AK-47. And that really is worst case scenario as his team just go gung-ho into the bomb site. Nice holds right now for MIBR, right?
Bueno, gente, si gana 9Z, sorteo o pases de la Major o cápsulas. Ya está, hago mi apuesta, entre comillas. No sé, lo que ustedes prefieran, cápsulas o pase. El pase no tiene mucho sentido activarlo ahora, pero bueno, lo pueden vender. 3-2.
Catch MIBR off guard because right now triple A leaves a big gap open. They don't even smoke the molly. It's interesting. They run right through. They don't want to announce their presence in middle, but the flash will.
Ronda bull y más o menos. Sí, estamos comprados.
It's a bit of a shame that they're held back by that because you know when you run the Molotov, it's because you don't want to give up, like you say, that you're there, that you're going quick.
Pinchó ahí, mitad de vida lo dejó.
Early fight for free.
Viejo, no tiren ese 3-3. O sea, por favor, no miren HLTV. Caras de verga. Allá arriba dice compa. Claro, acá está el marcador. O sea, van directo al que tira spoiler.
Lining up this flash, David. This should be yours, Cello. Or exit rather. So blind. The Cello's out of there from middle, retreating back from the divider. Woody.
Van directo no, pero se eliminan los
Get away in the 4-on-4. That is a win. Able to elude capture by DGT's late drop into Con. Cello's re-aggroing over here at short, pushed up to divider. In the spam spot.
Hay que matarlo a ese cara de verga. Queda escondido ahí, no lo limpian, nos va a recaber. No quiero ver. Concha de la... Ay, que no lo espere, por favor. No lo espere. Que no lo espere. Qué verga. Sí, va a ser este, nomás queda el torito. Pero...
alone in one of these awkward 1v3s. He has to double save in. He has really been out of position in some of these commitments where, you know, a 90, obviously you're expecting a little bit more success. They have been waltzing into A stacks, but, you know, if Lucan's with them, there's chances to trade, there's chances to make these rounds a little clean.
Hay plata, estamos jodidos con la guita igual. Pausa táctica.
But he was trying to clear out Con and find Woody, who peeked earlier into middle. Way too late for that. Woody had rotated back to B and that sped MIBR's.
Sí, Romy, igual pensá que le prestan muchas de esas cosas. O sea, los jugadores profesionales de por sí, hay gente que les presta skins o facts. Pero sí, muchas deben ser de ellos seguramente igual. ¿Vos porque no viste el partido? ¿Qué partido estaba viendo? G2 y Spirit tenían un AK que tenía pegadas stickers de $50,000. Hacer una mano acá. Están buenos los amarros. Buenas, Ciro, ¿cómo estás? Todo bien, Demon Wolf 994. ¿Vosé cómo está? Amigo, va mejor tu transmisión que la de PGL, gracias. De nada, pa. Liquid está en la mierda, va 0-2 Liquid. O sea, están, pero... La B. ¿Cómo va esto? Acá está el score, Alex. Mirá. 3 MIBR, 3-3. ¿Es en vivo? Sí, es en vivo, muchachos, es en vivo. Estamos esperando, hay una pausa. Creo que no es pausa táctica, es una pausa nomás del servidor. ¿Acaso lo envío en esta plataforma? Sí, de momento sí. Podría streamear en Twitch, el tema es que acá me sigue más gente, entonces es como... Y en YouTube de por sí no hay mucha gente que streamee. Más que nada por eso streameo en YouTube. Vamos, 9C, 9C. Ahí tienen para comprar los pases, las entradas de la Major, gente, No se olviden. Nos vamos todos a copar Bélgica. ¿Cómo van en el global? O sea, 9Z va 0-1 y MIBR 0-1 porque perdieron las partidas anteriores. Porque es al mejor de uno. Recién llegó del laburo. Bien ahí, Jonah. Ahí. Te prepara unos verdes, un café, un té, lo que te guste y te pones a mirar acá. 9Z. Vamos la violeta. Dale, dale, En 20 segundos arranca. Ronda, la vamos a jugar medio neco. Vamos a jugar medio neco. Va a haber que tratar de descontar unas armitas, yo creo. Sería lo ideal. Y vendiendo los órganos, voy a ver. Son 4 partidos. Son 3 partidos. Digamos, es así, es un formato suizo. El que gana 3 clasifica a la próxima fase, el que pierde 3 queda fuera. Ay, mirá que corrió el fuego nomás, David. ¿Qué onda, Ten Show? ¿Cómo es este mapa? Parejo, parejo, la verdad. No tengo mucha referencia. Overpass es un mapa raro, la verdad. Es mapa CT, hay que decirlo. Ahí está, háganle caso a Stone. Dejan un like. Estoy mirando mientras veo el match. Anulo move. Es que esta ronda está perdida. Ya la ganó MIBR esta ronda. Igual, o sea, no sé. Es la que va, Juan. Es la que va. ¿Ves? Disfrutás todo. Vos, la panorámica tenés vos. Tenés ahí el celu, tac, y de fondo.
So much of Overpass is kind of a war of information. I mean, every map is, but here, there's a lot you can do once you take
no me gusta esto. Qué agresivo que juegan estos caras de verga. Por favor, agárralos por atrás, te lo pido. Uno más. ¡Uy! No, era difícil, era difícil. Bien, bueno, dos me gusta, dos me gusta. Cantadísimo, amigo, ¿vale? Tenés que casi lo mata, ¿verdad? El Juan lo sostiene con la chota mirando culos. No, se le cae el teléfono y queda ahí sostenido en el aire, explotando. Al final, como con el tema del coach, está sin coach 9Z. Lamentablemente. Al igual que Imperial y al igual que Spirit. Pero Spirit es un equipazo. Gana igual, digamos.
Yeah, they should know what's going on. They've already started with a 3B lean, and things are looking a lot better. The AWP's posted. This is perfect. MIBR's info is about to let them down. Lucan off the angle at the wrong time.
Bien, DGT. Quedaste en coma, pero...
Flash goes over the top and unfortunately
qué atrevido esto. BR, cómo rushean, loco.
And this is all 90 ever wanted. How does Turtle recover? I don't know, but he will die.
Vamos, Romy, qué grande que sos. Welcome to Prisma. De paso para que se muestre en el chat. Buena ignorancia, pero ¿por qué están sin coach? De lado corta. Hace 1 año y medio hubo una investigación de un bug que había para los coaches de espectador. Se comprobó que el coach de 9Z lo usó durante 3 mapas. Bueno, lo banearon justo 3 días antes del Major. Nada que ver.
Yeah, just wait to group again. We've talked about how many rounds they've been so split on these commits, although they might get caught in transition. Knife out. Oh, there was a charge.
Bien, bien, Toro, bien, Toro.
Balls up for Woody. Exit will kill Rocks, but he's just giving them a path
into the A-bomb side. No lo enganchó. Ay, no. Camina. Dale, no puedes saber, no lo escuchó, creo que no lo escuchó. No, chupame la verga, boludo. Chupame un huevo. No, date vuelta, Toro, date vuelta, Toro. Date vuelta, Toro. Puta madre, boludo. Dame bien la poronga, boludo. La jugó re bien. Jugó espectacular, man. La jugó re bien. La puta que lo parió, boludo. ¿Cómo puede ser? No pasa nada, no pasa nada. Hay plata, hay plata. Hay plata. Esta se gana. Qué culo roto. Que me lo hizo demasiado bien. Muy bien, me hizo.
And it looks like DGT's baiting, but really he's doing all he can, which is try and contain
Nervios de
him. They know
acero.
they have him trapped in toilets. They're holding him from divider side with the
Habrán quedado re what the fuck, ¿vos sabés? Los de 9Z cuando los mató. Nada, las jugó demasiado. Aguantó una banda el frag de Luken. La verdad, espectacular.
Is commendable because he never gives DGT a way or a world back into that 1v2 clutch. MIBR, they sneak around through. Definitely seemed like 9Z just completely discounted the con flank in that round, expecting a CT rotate up.
MIBR lo decís, Facu.
Yeah, even so. Really nice play out of
Yo creo que están un escalón por encima de 9Z, pero se puede pelearles.
Still gets out with both.
Yeah, no, man, dude, like that is.
Qué paja, igual. A ver qué otro partido hay mientras está la pausa. Vamos a ver los resultados. ENS se lo cogió Outsiders, Imperial le ganó a Liquid, Force ganó, Complexity ganó, G2 ganó en overtime, partidazo. No sé si hay... Estoy, ¿se me escucha? Hola. Creo que se me cayó el internet por unos segundos. Díganme que estoy. Sí, creo que estoy. Volvió, bien. Vamos, 25 de vida para Wood. Ahí está. Estamos activos. Dale. Es una señal. Sí, tengo ese microcorte de mierda de 5 segundos, ¿viste? Es un paso. Qué buena ahí. Uno por uno. Vamos, DGT. Se enfría el agua cada vez. Se va los nomás. Es que tragan que estoy tenso, boludo. Estoy tenso. Además tengo un termo, tengo el termo Stanley que conserva bastante bien. Viste todo para decir que tenía un termo caro. El más tincho. F3. Anden, por favor. 25 de vida. Tiene... Vamos, muchachos, vamos. Tienen plata. ¿Qué van a hacer? ¿La van a intentar? Esto es caras de mil verga. Caras de mil verga. Bien, Max. Tiene 25 de vida nomás. Bien, vamos, viejo. Vamos. Ahí está, dale. Ahí está. Esa es la que va. Vamos, gente. Segunda partida es esta. Que tiene el M4 rosita y azul, ¿no? No la vi, pero me imagino. ¿De qué partido nos recomendás reclamar paquete? Esperen a que jueguen Abby. Ahora Vitality Astralis puede ser un buen partido. Si juegan Mirage estaría bueno. Oh, déjame joder, chelo. 3v5 otra vez, loco, la puta madre. Tenemos que sacar unas 7 ronditas, me encantaría, pero no sé si vamos a sacar 7 ronditas. Bien rodeado, pero va para atrás. 2v4, complicada ronda. ¡Ay, no lo vio! Bueno, igual, vamos a matar otro.
just have to bow out of the round. Really, not really a lot to go on here. Trapped, boxed in, and Cello is there.
Bueno, 6-4, 6-4.
They get knocked off the horse, but they get right back on.
A ver, tenemos plata y se puede forzar. Vamos a confiar en que de CT vamos a jugar bien, igual. Acá en Overpass es donde 9Z clasificó al Major. Es el mapa donde clasificamos al Major. Ronda eco entre comillas, mirá. Bueno, tienen todas pistolas y chaleco. Y algo de utilidades. Hay que meter coco en esta ronda, más, básicamente. Bien. Bien, bien, bien. Queda uno más. Bien, bien. Agarren armas ahora. Agarren armas y se cierran el site. Tranqui, no da cara, manito. Você não tem que dar cara. Este mapa es muy CT y muy horrendo. No te mostres la concha de tu madre. No te mostres.
It's a long way to go before you can even consider winning this round. You know, Exit is the only guy with any skin in the game right now. Woody is just planning to say,
a ver, es que son... Nada. Chao, caso. Guarda la P, pero bueno. Listo. Lo va a ir a buscar, Guarda la P, queda el Río Luken, queda vivo de GT. Bien, viejo. ¿Clasificó tus dos? Ah, tenés razón, ganó. No, le ganó a Evicinios, que para mí fue la final anticipada. Tienen razón, clasificó en tus dos. Que se fue tras echar un chotazo en la frente. Bien, boludo, bien. Con pistolas, si ganamos esta ronda, estamos bien, ¿no?
And you'd be surprised what it does to the confidence in the team.
Into another 4B stack as well, which has been quite consistent here from the RCT side. That spam is lovely. It forces the boost to deconstruct, as even Jota knows he's been tagged, he's been heard by anyone in connector. Cello reloads, great bait for this bottom half player. Molly is very careful that it doesn't spread to him, but he's fine. No smoke needed.
Vamos, muchachos. No te la puedo creer. 19 de vida quedó. 2 de 4 y están dos tocados. 1 contra 3, 1 tocado. Pero si quedaba vivo ahí Luken, se podía confiar. Que jueguen todos con pistola a jugar mejor, literal. La ronda con pistola la ganamos. ¿Qué vas a hacer, David? Tiene C4 por lo menos. Queremos rescatar algo positivo. Aumentar la calidad. Es que mucho mejor no se va a ver porque estoy streameando a 720. Ahí le puse 1080, no sé si se va a ver mejor. Pero lo que importa es la calidad del stream mío. Hijo de puta. Bien, David. Atrás, otro no. Está como gritan estas caras de ver.
They're feeling the momentum just coursing through their veins on this one. And anytime 9Z might put a round on the board, there is a response immediately out of MIBR.
They have a lot of depth. That's what we're seeing right now on the City side. They've had a lot of different setups.
Bueno. Match close. Partida cerrada. Ganable. Vamos. 7-5. Las Ugan juegan con más intensidad. Hay que ver del otro lado. Ese es el coach de MIBR. Y no es bueno. Entre ellos se hablan más porque...
Maybe another B pop. It worked well last time. The flashes were really good. Some of them team flashes, but
Es que es como dice... estoy ciego. Como dice Jonathan. Hay que relajar un poquito. Hay que pensar por ahí un poco más las rondas. Es lo que nos faltó en Mirage con ENS.
Similar to how those kind of force buys went in the second round of this game. They've just said, like, Turtle, you're pretty much solely responsible for B. You got one guy this time to just lend a bit of a helping hand in Jota, but Turtle's the only guy.
Ah, mal. Es Beat ese, ¿no? ¿Era Beat el coach de MIBR? Mira, se retiró Beat y se puso de coach. No, ni sabía.
It certainly could have. Yes, it did. Big open chasm for this orb to fire back. Molly's land, but Turtle's shot will drop the bomb first. That's confirmation. DGT with an entry, playing above the smoke. Nice shot for David. Removes that.
Hay que matar a este cara de verga.
Turtle, this smoke is fading.
Vale, lo comen. Bien. Listo. 3v1. Ay. Listo, está cantado. Ya está. Está cantado. Es más, se podrían ir al otro side. Oh, mirá, ponele una. Le subo el audio. Sí. ¿Qué le pasa a Cuso, viejo? ¿Qué le pasa? Y a ver, no es que no lo conozco a Beat, sino que no me di cuenta. Como que no sigo mucho la escena, es un momento especial porque un equipo argentino está ahí y le estoy haciendo la gana, nada más. Pero podés ir a otro stream si te molesta. Hay una banda. Vale, viejo. Y quedan 3, ¿no? 2. Brasilero. Se le corrió la tallita al Cuso. Sí.
And so you've got even less to work with. As you kind of pointed out, the money's even run dry for MIBR now. Suddenly there's a position where they can be the ones to win the half out. Like if they win this round up against the Force, they're basically up against this investment, but again in the next one.
Están medio forzados, pero no hay que confiarse, viste que como es que nos metió hoy ronda esa medio Neko. No hay que subestimar las rondas de Neko.
And then it just kept getting little one and done rounds here and there. This would actually be a really nice way to cement the half.
Nice flash forces the shot out of Woody. They now know a scout is long, but this is always a fake out. 9Z knows.
Hacia ir por la donación. ¿Cómo funciona el tema de los drops en la Major? No hay drops. Si vos mirás el partido no hay drops, no es como antes. Tenés que comprar el pase y ahí comprar por cada paquete souvenir sale 300 pesos y elegís el mapa. Así funciona. Hay muchos que me preguntan eso, capaz puedo hacer un video. Bien. Buena. 2-4. Listo, bien. 7-7. Debería ser nuestra esta última ronda, por favor. No falté educación física del colegio para verlos perder, muchachos. Yo también falté a la universidad. Era una clase, pero bueno, falté. Así que yo también, viejo. Nos sacrificamos todo para alentar a Violeta.
Triple A lean with like Jota supporting somewhat down towards B, but leaving a lot of it on Turtle. And then, you know, again in like the force by there, they put very little attention down towards that B side till later on. It's a little bit weird because it feels like the 9Z game plan centered a lot, you know, around. Like the big gap was that 9Z weren't taking the short control.
Me escucho muy bajo yo. Me voy a poner ahí a la auricular. Ahí está. Así sé a qué tono de voz hablar, más o menos. Hoy me comí una cagada pedo de mi tía Fermeir. No pasa nada, pa. Es un lunes, es histórico. Hermosa la transfer, ¿no? Y quedó 2 de vida el J. Y sabes que estás ahí. Voy a verlo sí o sí, en momento histórico. Piensen que va a ser hoy y mañana, o pasado, esta semana nomás, y después, digamos, puede quedar eliminado. ¿No? Sí, rompió a bien, listo. 2 de vida. Plantan en B y listo. Regalado.
Oh, the timing on that.
¿No se vieron?
Oh,
Los jugadores 2 de vida.
Oh, knives out, Jota. Yeah, you might not be able to win the round, but you win our hearts for that one, DGT.
¿De dónde sos, Cirito? Porteños ni a palo. Claro, obvio que no soy porteño. Santa Fe. Santa Fe capital.
It's 90 winning out the half, right? Something ludicrous would have to happen. A 2
Mira,
HP ace with a knife kill.
Cirito es nada como se...
It doesn't happen. So on this
Mira, hoy la...
Jota with a
No, volvió, muchacho, por favor. Sí,
Sí,
hoy la viví más con Enz. Ahora estoy más calmo, estoy más calmo. Es porque también me dormí una siesta y estoy más apagado. Hoy era la mañana, estaba más...
There's the swing. He's still alive. They can't seem to kill him. This guy just won't go down. But time's already too far gone. Jota might have set us up, he might have teased us, but there's no win in this one. There's the swing to close, and 9Z, 8-7, they do win out that first half.
Ah, soy de Paraná, mirá. Estamos a 20 kilómetros.
He won my heart for the attempt for the knife into the one digging an AWP. Very flashy round, but man, 9Z who started.
Dale,
They had the
me encantó.
version, but like you said, that big chasm around. So MIBR was
Lo calmado que está aquí y se va al mar. Calmado en la voz. Hoy sí estaba gritando más. Si vieron el stream que hice a la mañana, estaba más exaltado. Estaba con un Red Bull. Estaba arriba. Vamos, viejo. Llévate un verde. Acá está. Para festejar la primera mitad. Ganamos la primera mitad. Ahí estoy más tosqueado en la silla. Ahí está. Fumo porro todo bien. Con una línea estaba dejada de mentir. Sí, no sabe. No, iba a ser como que snifaba, pero viste YouTube. Te gusta llorar. Así que no. Dale, por favor, ganen la pistola. No ganamos ni una pistola hoy. Sí, esta la ganamos, pero la con él perdimos las 2 pistolas. Bien, Max. Listo. Holdea a que te llegue el apoyo de los compañeros. Empiezan a morir. Éramos 5 de 3.
But MIBR are just going to pump the brakes. They're in no rush now.
Sí, coman igual tranqui, está...
The more useless this information becomes, that everyone was spotted over at A, and so a recommit back into
es ganable, hay que rescatar eso. Es ganable la ronda.
The best option, the best call here.
Yeah, Turtle's waiting for a T-spawn flank. Cello's considering they could already be up long, you never know. And like you said, the longer they wait,
Dos holdeando en A, uno holdeando en B. Ahí ven el mapa arriba a la izquierda.
Even turning this from a 3-on-3 into a 3-on-2 is great for MIBR. And David's solo, so we've got to play this headshot angle. Could he get wallbang on his exit as well? Oh, Woody does get picked by Max on the side.
Listo. Tiempo. Ahí, lo escuchaste.
He's been heard. Max taking a peek. Cello needs just one bullet on that back player, and now maybe a headshot to close the round. Max out of ammo. Cello.
No tiene balas.
Oh, it's not what he wanted. No bullets
te la puedo creer la ronda de
Cello
perder.
plays him like a fiddle. 8 rounds to
Joder.
MIBR.
Es medio feo. ¿Cómo es feo?
I love the recommit. Did Max use every bullet in his gun? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Veo bien que va el stream.
He was really begging for the please.
Yeah, dude, he was hoping.
La regla de rato igual, la puta madre, ¿no? Sí, tengo un internet que va ahí. No, Arnet no tengo, pero tampoco está ahí muy lejos. Se baja la calidad sola. Bueno, a ver, le bajo a esto último, a ver. Le bajo la calidad a esto. Capaz que ayuda. Ay, la ronda que perdemos, loco. Qué paja esta ronda perderla. Ya estaríamos 10-8, ya estaríamos con bull. Qué verga, loco.
He's heard him.
He's good with the pistols, though. Don't underestimate this Deagle. Oh, it's clean.
Bien, Max.
Come on, give us another.
Una más.
Quite spotting getting out.
Oh, sí, papá. Sí. Sí, viejo. Tranquilo, muchachos. 5 contra 3, por favor. Hay un tirito de todo. 4 contra 3. Hay una mitad de vida. Chill. Lo que pegó Max, hermano. Dale, ganamos esta y...
He's not going to go in. He'll play on the outside. This is lovely. Just staying here is sick.
Vas por atrás, me vuelvo loco. Y hay dos, hay dos. Bien, 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 bien. Ay, no lo va a ver, no lo va a ver. Bien, sí, viejo. Max, desnudo. Vestite, Max, es porno. Gracias. Hermosa ronda que ganamos. Tan recontra Nico ahora. Dale, viejo. Tan recontra Nico. Recontra Nico los BR, dale.
USP, Deagle, it's all the same to this guy. Look at him. His turn, look.
¿Están viendo qué? Te lo censuró ahí YouTube. Vamos, loco. Vamos, me remango. Me subo un verde. Qué bien, boludo. Se recompusieron emocionalmente después de perder la pistola esa que fue recontra tilteada. PGL censurar contra porque está pasando porno. Sí, vamos ganando por una ronda. 9-8. Ya, háganle caso a la Romy, en el chat. Únanse al Discord si no lo están para no perderse ningún directo. No, lo que pone, bueno, pero la tortuga lo que puso.
A real rough spot because you need to show the mid pressure to stop just an all-in B stack, but by showing the mid pressure,
tiene que activarse el toro y anda muy ahí. ¿Cómo va el torito? 5 kills, 5-10. Está medio bajo.
Yeah, you got to commit. Too much time just dilly-dallying. WSE.
Ah, vos le habías puesto la batería.
Just got to run over sometimes. Max is here though.
Tranqui, muchachos, tranqui. Tranqui, ellos tienen que venir. Hermosa. No lo dejó tocado y sacó info. Está bien.
It's a good spot with very little time left, you know. The
3 contra 2 y medio.
They lob this util in towards A. This is where Woody already having short is massive though. Are they going to check for rocks?
15 segundos y no, y ya tienen que saber que es acá. Bien, hermosa. No hay tiempo. No le da tiempo, ya está. La tenés adentro. Saludos. Bien. 10-8. Jugaron bastante bien los ABRÍ, che. Complicaron. Bien, lo veo bien el equipo. Vamos. Hay que seguir así.
You know, while they faked out A and they forced rotates, leaving just one man at B in rocks, that entry for Woody only sells MIBR down the river.
¿Van a pedir pausa táctica?
Nice, we killed the B rotate. Let's get the plant.
No. Sigue. Full-eco. Están full-eco. Quieren un M4, que rescataron. Y los otros están full-eco. Así que tranquilo nomás. Si estamos bien parados, no troleamos. Debería estar la ronda número 11 de 9-7. Dale. De a poquito.
Who has just not let loose, not let go of the aggression.
Yeah, he's been letting loose.
Sorry,
he
has been letting loose. Wide open.
Ay. Tranqui. Lo que me preocupa es que te coman de a varios, ¿viste? Ay, lo llegó a ver. Pero no. Listo, te vas. Ay, mira, lo dejaron en coma. Bien. Ay, no. Escondete. No le des cara. ¿Por qué le das cara? Me da un miedo cuando... Por eso te digo, tienen P250. 3 y están los 2 mitad de vida. Y están encantados. Muy importante. Tienen ese 4. Pero estamos bien. Dentro de todo, somos uno más. Hay que jugarla tranquilo. Hay que tratar de no perder otro buggy. Porque la economía CT es una caca. Dale. ¿Qué van a hacer esta noche? Está bien. Está spoileando acá. Es que no van a venir por acá. Listo, anda comiendo. Hermoso. Bien. Buena ronda para MIBR dentro de todo, igual, porque mataron 2. Al menos no plantaron. Pero bien. Buenísimo. Vamos. Como directo oficial, viejo. Pero estamos acá todos los muchachos viéndolo en YouTube.
9Z in a very good spot right now.
Está más adelantado que Frank Caster, Cirito, épico. ¿Posta? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, dude, it's
Sí,
been really
la
nice
verdad
to
que
see
la
as
jugaron
well.
bien
Like,
con
you
Eco.
know,
Igual tenían un
DGT
M4,
was very much
acordate
the
eso.
guy to keep an eye on
Y un
early
par de
on. He
pedos
was very
iguales.
much the one keeping them in that T half. But as the game's
Vamos,
gone on, as
vamos.
they've kind of soldiered through it, we've got this activation coming online. You know, Max had a great pistol, a great follow-up with the Deagle
Ronda
in what was a force by
importantísima.
round that they won. And you're starting to get this ensemble around DGT,
Ronda
which is
Bull.
a real sight to
A
behold.
ver,
On the
Luken
other
con el
side of
AP,
things,
dale,
you know,
Luken. Yo
MIBR,
en
this
vos
is where you
confío,
kind of want
Luken.
to see some more of these rounds of the guys like Exit and Jota, who had great starts. You know, Jota at that moment in the 1v4 where he was trying to ace clutch and win it, gets the knife, gets one, can't go any further than
Luken
that.
adelantó,
But,
Sí, adelantó
you know, he
cumpleaños.
definitely had a good feel for the game. I think MIBR had a lot of successes earlier on. Now that they've been posed questions, now that they're kind of having a bit of a stumble, this is
Salió el
where you
laburo del
really
tema
see
de
if they've got what it
Me
takes
cargó 500 pilo veo en el
to
bondi.
build
Nada,
back
es
into
que
this game.
me haces emocionar, Ulises. O sea, sos lo más argentino que existe. Acá viéndolo con el internet de la escuela.
MIBR go as far as the eye can see.
Ay.
Or will it be 9Z?
Póngale, díganle que pare la profe la clase.
Gonna get them out.
Ya, está jugando 9Z, viejo.
Fear of the orb as Lucan farm. Then MP9
Tranqui,
lost
tranqui.
round. I hear that ping from Max very close, but they
Creo que lo
clear connection. Make sure their
escucharon.
back is
A Motorito. Ay, estás bien atrás, ¿no? Se iba a estar más adelante.
still stacked 4 on lower, but that won't be forever.
Bien, está bien parado 9Z. Hay que ver cómo defienden cuando ingresen al site. Quedan 45 segundos.
And short has not been controlled. So
9Z no hay clases.
confidently lead
Feriado
into
nacional,
down
viste,
lower
porque juega
with
9Z.
that orb and play a triple top. This is a nice call for 9Z. MIBR walking into the Lions Den.
Tiro,
Surprise,
muchachos.
surprise, full of Lions.
Tiene que ser acá. Va a ser acá. 5 contra 5. Ellos tienen la presión de tiempo. Ellos tienen la presión de tiempo.
David moving out with the swing, spots that first map, but they're already moving into the site. They're way deeper than 9Z were ready for. And now getting out alongside, Max has gone past.
Bien,
Oh,
bien,
he's
bien,
dropped
bien,
the
bien, bien.
bomb. And with
Hace
that,
tiempo,
he
hace
could have
tiempo.
just
Porque
won the
tienen que
round. They
plantar.
need the
Tienen
kill,
que plantar.
but they also need
No
the
sé qué
block.
planten,
They're
hijo de
stuck
puta.
between two
Le da el tiempo,
lines.
le da el
Turtle
tiempo.
saved the day. Head on a swivel, and he's in with a double. Bomb plot in just in the nick of time. MIBR somehow making this round happen. It looked like a done deal. It looked like Max had done enough.
Poronga esta ronda, loco.
But they forced
Va a
a
tener
way
que guardar,
back
loco.
in.
Era importantísima esta ronda.
Lucan is left saving. He's repeating that role from the first half. It was
Está bien,
him who
está bien,
held
está
the
bien.
AK
La
in
jugaron bien,
back-to-back
la jugaron
rounds.
bien
Now
y
having to
les
save the
salió de
orb.
pedo.
At least it's his
Oh.
weapon of choice. It's a big ticket item. But that
Está
one
bien.
sails on by 9Z. They had victory in their hands. It was right there. And Turtle steals it all away.
That was so nice. Just the bomb grab as well and putting it in the one spot that was safe from long. Turtle picks Max out, who plays it
Dale.
really well to, you know, sit back in
5
that,
ronditas más
in
no te
that
pido.
long smoke and
9Z.
actually double
5
up
más y
in the
no
first
jodemos más.
place. And then he pops the triple
Luken
red
se mete en el
shell,
batido ya y
flick it
sí,
back,
anda apagado
dumps the
el
bank.
toro.
2 more to shut it out. That should not have been MIBR's with 9Z playing as well as they did with Max hiding out in that smoke, but this game keeps going. This game
Sí,
keeps
obvio.
closing.
9Z
No
estuvo
clear
mucho
victory
peor y
in
ha
sight.
ganado, así que vamos a confiar.
And some very stressful rounds, I can only assume.
Oh, ¿cuánto tiempo, cuántos segundos quedó? ¿Y a qué segundo empezó a plantar? Yo pregunto. Ahí.
But not today.
6, al 6 empezó a plantar. Y lo mataba, chao, ganábamos la ronda. Porque quedaban Luken vivo.
And it's all Max that's causing those problems. Luken with a solo
Bueno,
orb now.
estamos sin
surrounded
guita,
by
mirá.
pistols.
Rox
Certainly
tiene una
winnable
smoke
round, right?
nomás. Va a estar jodida esta ronda.
Especially if that orb is retrievable.
Pero bueno, viste, de CT siempre se puede inventar algo. Casi ganamos por 1 segundo, por 2 segundos creo. El triple boost. Lástima que no hay nadie por acá. Baron info. A ver, Torito, partite un par con AP ahí.
While they're mostly right, Jota is just playing a game of timings. Out monster walking in, or the spot comes through though. That will keep players down on lower. Meanwhile, what MIBR are taking.
La juega lento,
Just looking
MIBR.
at Max here, and I'm looking at the
So
position he's in
cheeky.
con, right? And I'm
Fueron
thinking,
bien
like, this
lentitos.
guy with a pistol in an advanced position, somewhere that maybe they're not ready for. Joker's coming back to keep an eye on it. This is something that Max is going to be cognizant of, right? You just saw him outside of Monster.
Dale.
Scared of that. Lucan with the big ticket item is gone. The AWP removed.
Mira
And
vos,
it's
boludo.
irretrievable. There's no
Mira,
getting that back if you're
no,
9Z.
anda apagado, bro.
And even though Max has
Mira
found
vos,
this timing for the
Era
backstab,
importantísimo
at
todo.
best he's going to get one out of this. At best.
Como regalado.
He
Bien,
will
Max.
get rid of Jota. His teammates are all
Bien,
swept aside
Bueno,
inside
bajamos
of
dos.
site, and he's gone as
Qué
well.
sé yo.
Yeah. Luca
Esa
pushed up with the
baja,
orb there,
para mí nos da la
really,
ronda
I'm
esa
not a
baja.
fan. I'd love him to play the bomb site, play a position where he can die and it can get picked up, it can get reused, right? The desperation for info is there. But the entire time, Max is going, yo, I've heard
Espero
Jota
con
run
esa,
middle.
weón.
It is an A play. I'm flanking con. You know they're coming, but Luca just gets too keen for fights there and not only gives them the pick that
A ver, tenemos
accelerates
build,
the
tenemos
pace
build.
speed. Max is
Lucan con una
flanking
MP9.
pointless, but
A
then
ver si
also
no pega con el
gives
AP
it
o
all away,
pega con
doesn't
una
let his team,
metralleta.
give it a go. That eco, as it should be, gets taken out by MIBR.
Sí, no sé por qué juegan tan adelantado. Esto ya me parece. Bueno, espera, sale bien porque no se lo
He's had
esperaba.
enough. He's,
Está bien.
he's taking fights on his own
Está bien,
terms
está bien, está bien,
now.
está
I'm not
bien.
playing with timings anymore. The timing I want is the one that lets me
El que
fight
sabe,
the
sabe.
fastest. And he's
Sí, sí, hay que aguantarla
secured
más.
this
A veces está
early
bien
5-4
rushear para
for
sorprender
9Z.
como ahora.
MIBR now feel pretty
Pero-
restricted as well. When you see someone running the gun like that,
Pero
in
sí, es
middle,
aguantar.
you get paranoid. You know, how far did they commit with that? Are they trying to move in on this backstab?
Sí,
So you
salió
got to
bien
go
por
all the way
eso.
back. You got to clear all these angles, and I mean all of them. Like you're paranoid that he's still floating around park, or stuck over at long maybe. There's a lot that you're going to have to clear here before you can even embark
Muy
on this
rusher,
default.
muy
So that's what they're
puero, o
doing
sea-
right now. MIBR clearing out long, clearing out mid,
pedo
leave
nomás.
one man down
Esto
towards
no aplica
that
más
B
allá.
site.
Si
Joker
tú no
again
se va por un
trusted
rojo
with this
para venir
lurk.
a ver el match, nada, no, es que,
The rest of them
que me
MIBR
hacen
gonna
emocionar.
walk up the long
Yo
side
no
of
elegí
that.
ser argentino, tuve el privilegio.
Flash almost kept DGT on B. He will go up A.
Van a
So
defender
close
bien,
because
pues son
if you
fighters.
remember, you see the one gap in this round
30
is where
segundos, ¿no
MIBR
ves? Mira, ya es cantado que es A, obviamente ellos no lo saben porque están caminando todo.
3 up long
Pero
with
para
the
acá podés
bomb.
rotar
Jota's
rápido.
late.
Y
Max is
las
again
juegan mucho con el
flying
tiempo
up
los de
the
MIBR,
con
mirá.
ladder. It's all down
Acá
to
pasan
DGT.
free
He's
porque
in
hay
the
uno
bomb
solo.
site. He just needs to kill and to give it
Ay,
up.
no,
Oh
no,
my
te la
God.
puedo creer,
Has a
no,
couple of
nah.
chances, but won't commit. It's
Puede
fine to
ser,
live here
puede
because
ser.
the flank is still on play. Jota
Bien,
gets caught
bien,
between
igual
two,
hay que jugar
and that's a
retake, hay que
lovely
jugar
backstab from
retake.
Max. Frustrating to
¿Dónde
lose
está
to
el
that.
C4?
10
Van a plantar.
seconds.
Ah,
CT
no.
plant has to come in because they know mid's been taken. This is not the plant you want. This is not the situation you want. And
Bien,
smoke
bien,
spammed
bien,
on
bien,
the
bien, bien.
bomb.
Listo,
No
ya
time
está.
for it.
Bien,
Turtles
bien, bien.
dead. That is
Bien, viejo,
beautiful
hermoso, hermoso.
for 9Z. What a way to do it. The double flank through connector, and then the hand that's forced into the worst possible plant there for MIBR. 9Z have come to play.
Mi amor
This is
rebelde va con B
super
larga.
exciting, man.
Bueno.
It really is. Like, dude,
Pero
I
sí
think
está
it
la
might be
artillería,
as
pero
well.
siempre dice re.
Think about how this all started, right? They were
Tres más.
head and shoulders above 9Z to open this one up. They went on that 5-round streak. They were getting all the short control CT half. There was a lot of stuff going unpunished, but it feels like 9Z have risen to
Vamos,
the
viejo.
occasion.
Pausa
Right?
táctica,
It feels
pausa
like it's all
táctica.
spurred on by
Los
the
de
man at the
MIBR.
helm, Max. Really
Loco,
activating
vamos.
as this game's gone on. None spring to mind.
Hijos de putas, se cayó otra vez la
It's not been a
reconcha de
game
la
of
lora,
orbs,
loco.
which is kind of a surprise.
Puede ser.
considering-
Siguen ahí, chat.
Hello,
Siguen ahí.
boom, boom.
Estamos. Dígame si estamos. Se volvió a caer 5 segundos. Va con uno menos 9Z. Listo, listo, listo.
Nice way to get an opening kill. And just full grouping A here is the ticket, the big ticket for MIBR.
Gente, no quiten si se va 5 segundos. Es mi internet pedorro. Estamos.
So again, the gap is here, but Max, the gap
4
filler.
de 5 es ganable, gente. Es ganable. Tenemos uno a 30 de vida, pero...
He'll fix your leak.
He will, man. It's true. I don't know. He's just
Ronda
having such a good day
complicadísima
in the
igual.
office. Like,
Ganar esta ronda...
he's the one over here
Vecino está mirando
inside
el
of long. The one guy kind of remotely close
engancharon
to
del nene.
influencing this A play. And yet I still have faith that he might be able to do something here if these last few rounds are anything to go by.
Que no hay nadie, no, amigo.
Even
Están
a
todos
kill going
holdeando.
untradeable,
Van a querer guardar.
reason
Va a
enough
guardar,
to
no es
consider giving this one a
Va a
go.
guardar.
And he's trying to thread the needle, grouping back
A
through
ver,
the
Max.
toilets, moving on
Me
up.
vuelvo loco, Max. El que el otro le está cubriendo es de
No,
espalda. igual.
walks out back turn. Finally exit will go
Concha de la lora,
block that
boludo.
frag,
No,
and he
no
got
llegaba a
William
estar
for
ese
a
ahí,
moment
hacía
there, but
desastre.
luckily enough, Doesn't get 4x3, he's
No,
all well and
verdad,
good,
sí,
flicks
van a
back
guardar.
round and gets it under control. So MIBR, they're going to respond to 90's flawless round with one of their own.
Y a mí también me
Yeah, pretty
agarró una
rough
hambre
spot
también.
for Max.
Me
He
abrió.
had the flank time. He was trying to trigger
Qué
discipline.
poronga,
behind
boludo.
the
Les estaba cubriendo la
entirety of
espalda.
MIBR, but nice insurance policy. And exit being there has got to be because of Max, because of the con flanks we've seen from Spawn. The con rotates up to middle as well.
Está bien
MIBR,
guardado.
you know what he's up to. His little tricks on this CT side. But that's a flawless rifle round, and avoiding the stack again. MIBR keeping this one competitive. 90 can't
Sí,
drop
sí.
the ball. And
No llegaba a estar ese vago ahí, para mí ganaba
because
9-Z
so
la
many of these
ronda.
rounds have come from hero
Pues
plays,
Max iba a matar por lo
often
menos.
one man with all the info or you know all the kills, all the glory. It's hard to keep that consistent. We need everyone else to stay together as well. And that's why, you know, the AWP 7 and 12
Son
has
muy battles,
really
juegan mucho con el
mattered,
tiempo.
but
Sí,
there will
sí,
be
sí.
rounds and there will be moments where
Tenemos
Lucan
que
has
darle
to
gol de oro.
perform. And the question is he
Este no otra
warm? Is
pausa
he ready?
táctica.
Yeah, and you know, it's one of these things where like it
Tenemos que
hasn't,
ganar esta como
exactly
sea,
as you were
gente.
saying, it hasn't mattered so
Muy
far, but
ajustado con
if
la
there comes
plata.
a time where it
Oh, it
does,
will.
you better
Oh, it
answer the
will.
call, right? And it's like
Ronda,
if you don't,
pero vital.
no one cares if you win the one round that you have to win that wins you the game, right? You can write that off as just a quiet day, but if it ends up being the thing that determines why you go down 0-2, that's going to hurt. So,
Es un mapa,
look,
mejor de
I
uno,
want
mejor
more
de
mileage
uno.
out of this guy. He was so exciting back in the RMR as well, and it's not like this is versus some, you know, top-tier EU team that's meant to be smashing him out or nullifying the AWP. No, it's versus someone there's a great deal of familiarity with, if anything.
El
And
coach
so I was
gana
expecting
fácil.
a lot
Ish.
more out of this AWP.
Keeps
Tampoco
getting
hace
bad
tanta
spawn.
diff el coach.
He hasn't
pero-
had a mid spawn yet. He's
Es
just
algo
trying
más
to get in the
psicológico,
middle of the pack.
pero obvio que es
He's gonna
importante.
B-spawn this round. He wanted to play A, so it's not like he's really been given the chance to 5v4. Not that MIBR have been fast on their mid takes. Mollies have often been respected or only have one player go through. Again, Max up in the front line, forcing fights.
Dale, la come, la come.
Nades,
Ay, no.
breaking hearts,
20 nomás.
but not for long. They'll go back to the bomb site. They show that they started middle, but will retreat back to safety.
Claro, ese es el tema. Tiene 9 también. Además de que
Not
sabe
like
jugar
that,
con
but
el
it's
tiempo.
just going to force a slower default out of MIBR. It's all the benefit of playing mid with none of the risk. You still get to hold your sight, but you force
Ah, Max está
utility.
haciendo de coach.
MIBR
Mira, no sabía.
announce their presence here as they take control. Where'd they go?
Dude, they're all right there.
Hijos de
Yeah, they
puta
are
que son.
making him eventually, and he doesn't want to hang around and fight that. Can't say I blame the guy. There's a lot of bodies on the other side of that pixel gap.
Vamos, vamos, Torito.
Lucan, there ever was around. Step up with this AWP. It's now MIBR. Moving on in. They flashed a lot of
Dame
these
una,
angles
dame
so
una.
far to try and nullify the AWP. And they're going to have one prep to launch this A play. It goes in now.
Todo pinta
try
que
and
ja, creo que no
nullify
pueden
this
ni rotar.
AWP, and he's caught crossing back. That is a lovely opener out of Jota.
pone,
Double kill.
¿Qué
to
pone
crack
Jota, la
open this
concha de tu
A-bomb site,
madre?
and MIBR, they have just run over 90 in this round.
¿Qué pone
GT
Jota,
still
amigo?
trying to hold on, but he's fighting from CT spawn. Like he's had to drop on down and just get out of there. And so that will be a save for 9Z, an equalizer for MIBR, and it's Jota, you know, stepping up in spades to make it happen.
For sure, but that's the exact round we talk about, Harry. As you said, no one cares about the rounds that you win. It's more, you know, it can come down to the rounds that you
Estás sudando el
lose.
orto, pero
Jota's so aware of Max there
increíble.
because he gets the freebie onto Lucan, right? Why is Lucan so open?
Nos
to
vamos al
what was
overtime y la
gonna be?
perdemos.
Because
No,
he
no me
believes
hablé de
he's covered.
overtime, por
Lucan was
favor.
full blind, but what's his spot? Where's he playing? You know? Didn't play dice, didn't play truck, didn't back up bank and let Max work the
No, no, lo que
position.
pegó no se puede
Just
creer.
swung out into
Pero
the open.
la
It's getting
primera,
really
bueno, la
awkward.
segunda, pará.
And some rounds getting kind of thrown to the wayside here by 9Z, right as crunch time hits, right as MIBR wake up. And Max kind of
Una
gets
guardada de
sold
vuelta,
there.
igual está bien. Sí, sí, sí. Mira, mira, a ver.
Yeah, you know, it is so painful that, like, ultimately, as you say, that's kind of what leads.
Si ahí no mataba a Jota,
to
estaba
the
para
challenge.
9Z
It's like,
la
oh,
ronda.
he thought long was clear. Why do you think that?
7 kills de Lucan, sí.
Rough. And
Muy
yeah,
bajo
getting off the
Lucan,
AWP,
bro.
I mean, no
Muy
money. Back to a
bajo en la
rifle.
voz.
Max in connector, here they come. No backing out this time, buddy.
He's got to fight for it.
Ay, casi dos,
Shouted
casi
for the
dos.
one and
Ay,
done.
casi dos. Estaba
Spam as well,
gritaba como
even
un gol.
tagging up exit even lower. Jota playing around this short smoke. Can't underestimate him, right? They're going to boost up and over, try to get an eyeball on connector, try to spot what MIBR are doing here. It does try to come back down those stairs.
Sí, lo dejó low por lo menos. No, miren corta, hijos de puta, miren corta, por favor.
Oh, he's just dismantled the boost. And Exit wasn't moving anyway. He's holding connector. The rest of MIBR setting up for the play
todos en B. Igual no creo que pasen B estos, las juegan más lento. No creo que pasen ahora, la verdad. Van a pasar, creo. Dale, ojalá pasen. Hay 3 en side. Dale, muchachos. Y van a pasar.
As Jota and Turtle get a killer piece. DGT
Bien, bien,
smoked
2v2.
off in heaven.
2v2.
Has arrived with
2v2,
a
ganable.
Dealing with Exit, who was late out through connector. It's not going to give 9Z a
Vamos,
reason to
Torito, vamos.
believe.
Era tuyo.
They've got the kid, quick pick, but Woody's hit the headshot on the lip of the
Qué
smoke.
paja,
The wrap
loco.
round for Turtle is the last thing DGT's expecting. In fact, it's a double round.
No hay desfíos.
Crunch Wrap
Hay
Supreme.
desfíos y
Lunch is served.
ganable, te diría.
Turtle flashed in, won't even make that play happen, and DGT has started to piece it together. The penny is dropped. He knows there's no one in the bomb site. This is worst case scenario. Kit retrieved, but the round lost to the time, and he just wants to get out with a gun or a kill. Either would do. They are looking for neither instead. Woody's chasing him through Monster, and what a hunt to close the round. MIBR, not just rounds, not just momentum, but money as well.
Activó la Muffarini. Bueno, lamentablemente ganó
This was
MIBR.
a 7-half for 9Z with the
MIBR, gente. 0-2 9Z.
off the back of it. And MIBR are still in the lead.
Yeah, very impressive.
Era 2v2, era contra ganable.
To stay afloat in this one, especially when, like, you know, these T-sides, one of the hardest things is, like, can't you feel like you're running into a brick wall? You know,
no la
you
puse antes de
just
viajar,
kind
no
of
se
run out of
entiende.
ideas eventually. Nothing's working. Oh, the nades in mid are nice.
Oh,
Mataron entre ellos, what?
He did hit their teammate, so not ideal.
Not ideal. And Lucan's now dead on B, so it's quickly, you know, amounting to not much here for 9Z. And MIBR looking for another flawless round if they can get away with it. Like they need any more money at this point.
No tenemos plata, boludo. No tenemos plata.
Yeah, can't really save much here. They are buying up.
Hizo una mala cambiada hasta reportado. Muy pajeado Lucan, sí. Pero bueno, hay partidas malas, gente. Les pego uno. ¿Cómo le pasa a hacer? Ah, déjame joder. Todas le salen a MIBR.
He's going to leave a mark. 2 on 5 and saving sweet nothings as MIBR find 14 into this really final gun round. This is the best buy they're going to get in this follow-up round. If they want the orb, Rocks can drop it.
I really want to see 9Z try to go for some MIBR-esque short control. Yeah. I think it would do them a world of good, right? It feels like ever since they employed that boost, they've been scared to challenge early. They get
activate esta última ronda.
Down early, and since then they've been in like this downward spiral. The air aggression out of Max has been nice, but it's starting to get to the point where MIBR have like wisened up to it now, right? And he's kind of struggling.
Primera pausa táctica, para mí tendrían que haber metido antes.
I mean, this is a great, just to butt in, first pause in round 27. That screams, you know, no Zach, right? That is part of the problem that we obviously know for.
No, que terminó, no.
Dude, if the pause makes the smoke rollout.
Falta.
I had this. We had this on Vertigo in a
ronda 27.
Someone dropped a smoke. It rolled off the map, and we couldn't get it.
Now, luckily enough, it's got a bit of an angle on it. Look at the curve.
Estamos todos nada en esta ronda.
Stopped the right dice. What if that was a lineup?
Estamos todos nada porque la próxima no hay dinero.
He's lost it. He couldn't find it, Harry. He threw the monster smoke. Oh, he found it. Phew, he went back. Woo. Second time's a charm. Max in middle. Man of the map for 9Z, but it might not matter if MIBR get these last couple. Orp in middle covering. Max fighting for the playground, but there's many men.
4 playground.
And I mean, as has often been the case, like he needs to win this and either get out after one or multi-kill before he's traded. It's a lot of damage, and he will just try to slip out of there. Lucan's coming in to help. Max not in it. There's one, but he's dead. And Lucan gets caught re-aggroing in middle.
Puede ser, no puede ser, no puede ser. No puede ser.
Oh, B reset is so nice from MIBR. This is a fantastic call to make immediately. No hesitation. They're running 5 towards the monster side. Rocks may have short and a bit of early info, but if MIBR commit instantly, if they don't hesitate, if they run an exec, they win the round and probably the map.
They're going to slow it down.
Puta madre, loco.
They're not looking to get ahead of
Luke en un
themselves
modo
here.
tranqui, muchachos.
And I mean, as you kind of pointed out, this has given time for 9.
Sí, avanzaron mucho. Podía salir bien igual. Pero Pero quedó a 20 de vida.
Flash is good, but no one fires on them. Then they do. Okay, now they know it's the B play. That's a well and good little info flash. Rocks is ready. Holding the line with David helping. He dropped the bomb. MIBR.
Tranquilos.
It's all on Cello now. 1v2.
Tranquilo. Está cantado este 4. No hay necesidad de...
Not many chances either. They do concede the site for
Bien,
now.
muchacho,
They give
bien.
them a bit of room, but DGT's got util out on the short side. Oh, that spot in the CT is not all it's cracked up to be, because as the name goes in,
Bien, bien.
Cello's
Vamos,
blowing
vamos,
the water.
vamos, vamos
So
arriba.
9Z
Dale.
do come up with
Tienen
the
una banda de
goods.
hit igual, van a poder
Still
sacar hasta el
5
final.
and 13. They're able to turn that
Pero
one
necesitamos esta
around
ronda.
in spite of that early, you know, kind of skirmish in middle.
Bien,
turning
bien,
very
muchachos,
ugly,
bien.
very quickly. And being in a 3-on-4,
jugaron
they still
espectacular.
win that out. And it's Rox and David with this
Buenísimo,
quickly
buenísimo.
assembled, this quickly put together B-site hold.
Yeah, that info flash is everything there just to get the guarantee to keep your 2 players there. Obviously, MIBR
Dale,
don't know
muchachos.
how open that B site was, but they caused such a panic rotation.
Dale, por favor, vamos.
If they ran in, they honestly just win right then and there.
Ay,
So,
cómo les
you know, you
encanta
can't blame them for
rushear,
doing their
boludo,
due
pero
diligence.
te
Hello,
recontra
Max.
escucharon,
What
no
are
hay
you doing?
chance.
They've heard you. He's all the way
No
through.
hay
The
chance.
flash peek, but he's ready.
Sí,
Oh,
sí,
pulls
sí,
them
papá.
2
¿Cómo
kills
salió bien
and
esto?
the upgrade
¿Cómo
for
salió bien
Max.
esto?
They knew it was coming. They heard every single step.
¿Cómo
It doesn't
salió bien
stop
esto,
him.
hermano? Yo lo hago en compe y me cagan a tiro.
He's going.
What's
He's still
more?
here. He's still
Tranquilo,
here.
muchachos.
What's
This is
more?
insane, man.
No van a esperar que esté acá. Está bien, está bien. Ahora...
God. All right. King of the playground
Dale,
here.
dale, dale.
Recess getting called off early.
Dale, viejo.
Flash over. Max
Ay,
might
mira.
have been blinded
No, no,
by
no.
it. They've given him time to reposition,
Ahí, ya.
readjust, and just as the flashbang leaves his
Cuatro
eyelid,
contra 3 está
he's
bien, igual.
removed by
Pero
Jotas.
queda
You've at
el
least
cara
dealt
de verga de Jota que
with
te
this
pone
kind of
una.
thorn in your side since the start of the
Está loco,
round.
man. Sí, sí,
Reclaim.
sí.
You made sure that Turtle and Cello's
Mucho
death
huevo.
weren't entirely in vain, and a 3-on-4
Yo
now
no
for
me Z
MIBR to try and
nada.
navigate.
Este es el mejor equipo
Still, it's
posible
cost
para
a
mí.
lot of time. It's cost a lot of
Johnny además ya está
resources
grande, digamos,
chasing
ya
down
ni
this one kill
siquiera
in middle.
está
And
jugando,
it's
sí.
left him with
Creo que está
35
jugando.
seconds here. At 14-13, a man down. Enough util on one
30
man.
segundos, ¿qué van a hacer?
I guess 2
Tienen
players
que ir
to
B.
throw in a
Por
bit
donde
of
está
an
ese
exec
4
with
tienen
the
que ir B.
smoke on Woody as well.
O van a guardar.
That much is certain.
They're
Ni
saving
guardan,
it.
¿eh?
They are
Van a guardar.
done. They are not doing it. It is over. It is
Van a guardar.
14
Van a guardar.
apiece right now, and this save was a
La verdad que está bien que
necessity
guarden porque no
to
iban a
allow
tener
for the
plata.
full buy in the final.
Pues, bueno, sí, iban a tener plata, pero un poco
Especially
forzado.
to get this AWP in play. Wow.
Vamos
9Z
muchacho,
have
vamos
done it.
muchacho,
Max
14,
has done
14,
it on
14,
his own
14. Vamos a
with
llegar a
another
30
mid
rondas,
push.
el máximo que
That
se puede
flash,
llegar.
by the way, did absolutely
Bueno, gente,
nothing
aprovecho.
over the
Somos
playground.
550
Did not
espectadores, la
stop
verdad,
Max for a second.
increíble.
They
Muchas
really
gracias a todos los que
rushed.
están
They jumped
mirando.
the gun on that
Y los
one.
invito a
Try and
unirse
hunt
al
him down,
Discord
but
que está en la
MP9
descripción
so good up
del
close, they
directo.
don't clear the
Ahí vamos a
corner.
estar informando para que no se pierdan ningún
They gotta
directo
keep
o
believing
video que
every
suba.
step of the way, 'cause Max is dragging
Vamos
him
muchachos,
there,
vamos.
kicking and screaming.
Vamos
And you know,
viejo.
I kind of prefer the rounds where Lucan isn't actually with him. I know it kind of goes against Counter-Strike
14,
101, but it's like they're just on
14,
different
14,
wavelengths right
pero-
now. You know, like Max is hyper aggro. Lucan's having a bit of a rough time, so maybe just let the
Como
guy
que estoy viendo la
hold an
selección,
angle.
¿viste?
You know, whenever he gets tethered to the wild Max,
Mira
that's
que
just
hacía
like
haciendo-
going
no,
for it.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
mate,
ya dije,
why
sí.
are you doing this to him? What's Lucan done to deserve this?
Strapped in
Right.
for the wild ride.
Now over
No, no,
here
la
in
van a jugar más
Con.
rápido. Creo que vuelven a jugar
Again,
mañana.
right
ahora
place,
sí.
maybe right time. Looking to get out of there. Lucan's here to support this double mid setup. It was torn apart last time. Max this time
Pero
gets
me
the
da un
info and
miedo
just
cuando
tells
salen
them
las
to
sillas.
get the hell out of there. We're not fighting for it on this occasion. So IBR, you know, finally they actually take middle, like, you know,
Muchachos,
without
tranqui.
losing
Estamos cerrado,
anyone or
compacto,
having like
2B,
some early
3
fight
3A.
go down. They've actually got this
Vamos bien
control
ahí.
pretty cleanly. All it took was a
Estos
smoke
están
and a flash
marcando
to
nomás,
make it
están
happen.
esperando a ver qué hacer. Fíjense, el C4 está dropeado
It's the respect from both
a
sides.
base,
No one
o
wanting
sea,
to
no.
make that mistake. I like the default.
No se sufre en Argentina,
Jota
no,
in short
impresionante.
copy as well towards get right. They can go back to B later in the round. But they don't want to leave it too late, Harry, because often these rounds for MIBR on the T side have come down to the final few seconds, 40 of them left up. Goes for it, no flash, and Max is a dead man. The AWP for Woody has stepped up massively in this round just by getting rid of the one guy who's caused every single problem, won every single round. Jota's left B, it's a
hit. Por favor, roten, por favor, roten.
Yeah, rotation's coming in, but you've at least got David making his way up as well, so you're going to have this triple lean here early. Lucan, we said it so many times, if he can step up, if he can do something in this round, DGT stealing all the glory right now.
Tranquilo, muchachos, tranquilo, tranquilo.
He's holding himself a double.
Tranquilo, 10 segundos.
Him and Lucan both dead.
10 segundos.
David's trying to fill the hole. There's 8 seconds, you need the
No va a
kill,
llegar.
you need the plot.
Y si nos escondemos no llega. No, 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 no.
Oh, he's gonna win it with so little time left. The 1v2 goes his way.
La ronda de perder no puede ser. No puede ser la ronda de perder.
How does he win
Puede
it?
ser.
How does he win it? There's 3
No,
seconds
no.
left. All you gotta do is hide. Hands off the keyboard, tab
puede
out.
ser.
Blue screen, anything's better than that. He tries
¿Cómo
to trade
perdemos
the
esta
kill
ronda?
and it
Que
costs
alguien
him
me
the
explique. No
round.
tenemos
Maybe
plata
even the
ahora.
map,
No,
Harry.
no, no, no.
Oh my goodness, what
No,
a sick
no, no,
clutch. 4, 3, 2,
Pero
and he
viejo, ¿por qué no se
swings.
escondió el de baños? Hermano, ¿por qué
Seconds
carajo
to
no se escondió el de baños? Explícame. No tenía
But
tiempo
it's
para plantar.
Turtle with a round.
Dude,
This is it.
Considering
No,
for Turtle, like so much of his game in that first
Pero man,
half
la
was
culpa no
being
fue de
entrusted
Luken.
with the impossible task of always
A
kind
ver,
of
mostraron la
soloing
replay.
B
La
in those
puta
rounds.
madre, boludo.
It's kind of poetic that he's the guy to then win this impossible 1v2, like an even more impossible task than pushing away some of these B offensives we had in the first. He's able to close that out, doesn't even break a sweat, but the moment he does, you
pero
saw how
hermano, ¿por qué te
energized he got, you
mostras si
saw
no
how
tiene tiempo para
invigorated
plantar? O
all
sea,
of MIBR looked.
Yeah, this is a
no,
two-team
no puede
tech
ser, no
timeout.
puede
This is
ser, boludo.
9Z
Estoy colorado de
smashing
la bronca,
keyboards to
boludo.
bit. This is MIBR smashing holes in tables out of glee. A round
No,
that was
sí, sí,
done.
yo no le doy bola a
The
los pajeros en
multi-kill
chat,
from
sí.
DGT
O
over
sea,
on truck. What a nice
pero-
try. He did so much, but
qué título, boludo.
it's the closing kill that matters the most. And it goes for
Boludo,
MIBR.
era,
I mean,
era
9Z
la
shouldn't
win
have
para
even
mí
had
que
a
ganábamos
foot
esta
in the
ronda.
door in that round after Max
No iban a
goes
tener
4
tanta
or 5
plata
down, but
o
the fact that they
potencialmente el
even
overtime.
make it theirs
Mirá lo complicado que estamos ahora.
should have been theirs. Commendable,
Con
but
una
it
P.
will be forgotten
Luke no está
if
pegando un
MIBR
carajo.
find this one
Bien,
more
ganó
round.
Vitality.
The A stream up
Dear,
there.
oh dear. A beating.
Vitality.
Pero quedaban
16-8. That's
5 segundos quedaban y
interesting,
ya
isn't
tenía
it?
que agarrar la bomba y plantar, no iba a
We've got
llegar.
ourselves a full
Yo
30
quiero ver esa
rounds.
replay
I wanna
otra
focus
vez,
on
porque
the
no lo
here
puedo
and
creer
now.
todavía.
9Z. Okay, look at what they're fielding. AWP in Lucan's hands. I
Pero
mean,
esto, bueno.
it's been a very quiet game. In that hit there, he looks so flustered. He looks so confused as to what was happening. Just feels like he's in his own head a bit, like he couldn't dedicate to an angle. This is now like the last chance you're going to have to make amends, to turn it all around, to save the day, to set up 9Z to go to overtime, still have a chance. Or else it's all in vain.
Tranqui,
Jota's
muchachos,
already
tranqui.
opened up on the DGT. Lucan with a
Somos muy
swing.
buenos encima.
Jota and Turtle, man, these two have been such a
4
driving
de
force
5.
for MIBR. Jota's the man to break the silence in round 30 first. Now they pull everyone down towards B on the MIBR side of things. 9Z, they've only got a double hold here.
Perfect way to close the map, to close the series, to kick 9Z while they're down, send them 0-2.
Ronda
It's Rox and
dificilísima.
David, though. This was the same duo that undid that last, four-man push into the B
Todos
side.
abajo.
This was the same
Dudo
duo
que
that
se pueda
tore
frenar.
through it. Can they replicate that? Can they do it again? Jota out wide. Cello's here to help him. And they're churning through 9Z. Only Max left standing. And it's an impossible task. It can't get done. MIBR 16-14. Get it over the line. And man, they owe so much to that clutch from Turtle. It spurs them on to go on to win it in the full 30 rounds. They're now 1-1. And for 9Z, it's
6-14.
devastation.
Yeah.
They had
Vamos a
that
perder
game at
6-14,
certain points. They had chances to close it out. But it just eludes them. It sails by.
6-14, boludo. No puede ser,
Major
boludo. No
Max
puede
man
ser.
of the map for his side at least, but it will not be remembered
Joder,
how it
boludo.
is the MIBR show. That was
Vamos
the
a
better
perder
team. They came out on top to
¿Cómo vamos a
close
perder este
with some
partido?
incredible clutch rounds. The AWP contest certainly came down to Woody's favor. Lucan, a
Y más
really rough
tilteado,
map,
boludo.
and the worst of times to have.
Quiero ver
a
los
rough round. We
highlights,
already
boludo.
talked about the problems that 9Z have in not having the coach anyway, but suddenly.
Pero
you
ya ni
lose
la
a
saludo,
your
chúpense una
star
buena
players,
pija,
it's
boludo.
great to be P player.
La bronca que tendría
You
yo.
can't go quiet on
Dejá
the ball,
nomás.
unfortunately, at this level of Counter
Yo voy a
Strike. It's not
saludar,
loud,
boludo.
and it's so obvious when it happens. That's got to hurt.
No puede ser, boludo. Fíjate, mostrame los highlights, hermano. Mostrame los highlights. Highlights.
Yeah, it really was, man. And
Vas a perder 6,
we really
14.
had like ebbs and flows for both teams where at any moment it felt like one of them could have closed that out. Like, let's be real, first half.
No, vamos a jugar mañana 0-2, gente. Nada.
Incredible, man. Like some of the CC side setups.
¿Qué se le va a hacer? Seguimos en la Major. Sí, queda un partido más. Y para MMC estamos ahora. Queda un partido más, gente. Queda un 0-3. Bueno, este fue buenísimo, J. A ver si... Ahí les muestro cómo funciona. Ahora que quiero ver la ronda que nos ganan en el 14-14. Banquen. Si lo ganamos hay que jugar otro BO3, quedamos 2-2. Y si ganamos ese BO3, hay que ganar 3 BO3 para clasificar. Corto. No hay otra chance. Sí, ahí explico el tema, Kevin, ahí explico.
It sucks to just like put it down to one guy, but it did feel like for MIBR there were
No.
myriad of players who could step up.
No, qué tilt que tengo. A ver, acá vamos a ver bien. Acá vamos a ver bien. Yo te juro que pensé que lo ganamos nosotros, 16-14. Fíjense, presten atención. ¿No mostraron? Bueno, no importa. Ya voy a ver los highlights, seguramente. Me quiero cortar los huevos en 20. Sí, yo también, amigo. Qué tilt loco. Era para ganar y quedarnos 1-1. Ahí explico esto antes de... Esto fue un casi. Vamos a mutear al gringo este, chavo. Chat. Esto fue un casi. Eventos. ¿Ven estos que están 2-0? Force son que ganaron 2 partidos. Estos juegan entre sí, los que están 2-0. Los que están 1-1 van a jugar entre sí. O sea que ganaron 1, perdieron 1. Y todos los que están 0-2 van a jugar entre sí. O sea que a 9Z le puede tocar Liquid, IHC y Renegades. Ya, si no ganamos a uno de estos 3, bueno, muchachos, ya está. Nada que hacer. Yo confío en que le podemos ganar a estos 3 equipos tranquilamente. Así que... nada, yo creo que mañana ya se va a jugar un BO3. Van a ser 3 mapas, así que va a ser un partido largo. No sé a qué horario va a ser. Va a ser horario a confirmar. Pero bueno, puede tocar de 7 de la mañana a 1 de la tarde. Obviamente lo vamos a estar streamando acá, como siempre. Los invito a unirse al Discord, como ya les mencioné antes. Está el link en la descripción para que se enteren cuando estoy en directo. Igual si se suscriben y activan la campanita también van a saberlo. Pero nada, gente, hasta acá el stream. Espero que hayan disfrutado. Qué paja perdí 14, pero bueno, así es el fútbol, así es el CS. Y nada, gente, les mando un besito. Cuídense. Y bueno, nos vemos mañana, bien tempranito, con 9Z, al BO3. Nos va a tocar alguno de los que les mencioné. Liquid y HC Renegades. Uno de esos nos va a tocar. Dale, nos vemos mañana.